So all the talk about they want a good guy, this woman is literally gonna tell us they prefer the rich guy, even if even if he's a scammer, even if he's a drug dealer. They don't care about how good a guy is. They don't care about if he's loyal. They would rather go with a rich guy.
I'm going to tell y'all the reason why I chose to cry in a Rolls Royce instead of a Honda. When I was in a relationship with a rapper, this was 2021. That was like the point for me when I realized that I could have anything in the world. Like I didn't have to settle for less. You know, I had trips, jewelry, cars, anything I wanted, I got. And mind you, I have dated other rappers and athletes and stuff like that way prior to 2021. However, this was my first real relationship with a rapper. I was the typical, I'm dating for love. I can't be with a man that I'm not attracted to. Bitch, the rapper I was with at the time, he wasn't as attractive as he is now. Nigga done went away, did some time, came back, got his shit together, looks amazing now. And I'm actually really happy that he's sober and he looks as great as he does. But regardless, I remember dating men that really didn't have anything and they treated me like complete shit. The little bit of money that they did have, like, very seldom would spend any on me. And if they did, it wasn't much. It was like going out to eat, maybe, yeah, going out to eat. Like bullshit birthday gifts, like a card from Kroger with no thought for real, or like roses from Kroger, but you didn't even take the time to cut them.
You see what I told you guys? Just because you have the money, it doesn't make you a good guy. To them, a good guy who is the one who has lots of money and willing to spend it. So she had a good guy, but she's complaining more about that he didn't have enough money to spend on her. So for them, you gotta be willing to spend all the money. So if you spend $500, but she thinks that's bad money, that's not enough, she's gonna say you're not a good guy.
Yeah, going out to eat. Like bullshit birthday gifts, like a card from Kroger with no thought for real, or like roses from Kroger, but you didn't even take the time to cut them, trim them, put them in a vase. Like, bitch, clean it up, make it fancy for me. Fast forward to the part y'all want to hear. Unfortunately, I got cheated on by said rapper, like any other woman that dates a rapper. But yeah, so when I got cheated on by said rapper, he bought me a brand new Range Rover. So this was 2021, and he also like paid for all my furniture in my house. Like, I mean, he did the absolute most to try to make up for what he did after I found out he cheated. Mind you, I had access to his penthouse that is in like Midtown Atlanta. And so when I was in his penthouse, like it was weave in the toilet. There was eyelashes on his bed. It's like, did you even try to clean this shit up? He didn't realize it because he hadn't been home and his cleaner was supposed to come and clean. She never came, I guess. I guess it was like a miscommunication. I think she went to his mansion and cleaned the mansion instead of cleaning the penthouse. So I walked in, I saw all the shit, and I lost it. Like, I mean, lost it. But yeah, so he gave me, you know, quite a bit of things to keep me happy. And I remember still, like, the next day we went to dinner, like Ray's on the River or something. It was like one of his favorite places to eat. So we went to dinner the next day, and we were literally in his Rolls Royce truck, right? And I just started bawling. Like, I was crying so bad in the passenger side, and he was freaking out because he's like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? And as I'm crying, I just stopped and I looked down, the center console where his arm was, and he grabbed my hand. And then I looked at the jewelry on my arm. And then I just started laughing. Because I'm like,
I'm telling you, they would rather have a man who's cheating, who has money and spending it, because the moral of the story is he was spending the money. Because there's some rich guys out there who don't spend the money. But in her story, the consistency is he was spending the money, the penthouse, the cars, the jewelry, shopping and things like that. So even if he's cheating. So when women tell you, oh, I want a good guy who's loyal, no, loyalty is for the average guy, for the broke guys, or at least the guy who doesn't spend the money. So when a woman tells you I'm looking for a loyal guy, especially when she's older and things like that, it's because she has been like her with rich guys who are cheating, but now she's tired of that life. She now just wants a guy she knows is just gonna be all over her, even if he's not gonna spend money on her. But if all women had the chance, they would rather be with the rich guy who's gonna cheat rather than be with the average guy who doesn't cheat.
bitch, you got a $30,000 watch on your wrist. You are sitting in a Rolls Royce truck looking at stars, about to go get a dinner. He done got your Range Rover. It's some more shit. Like, whatever you want, you just got. And it's like, you went through so much worse with broke niggas, and they didn't give you shit but an apology and a wet ass and kept doing it. And that's when I finally realized, like, damn, like crying in a Rolls Royce instead of a Honda is a real thing, and I'm going to choose it every fucking time. I figure men are going to make you cry anyway. They're going to put you through it anyway. It may not be cheating, but every relationship has its problems. And I feel like pick your battles, pick a person that you don't mind going through your battles with, but you're going to go through some battles. And I'm going to go through that motherfucker in a Rolls Royce, in a Bentley, in a Phantom, in a gratata, whatever. I'm not going through it with a broke nigga. Like, I just refuse to go through it. And please miss me with the, oh, we need self-love. Every man won't cheat on you. You gotta, believe in better so you can attract better. I always know a woman that never dealt with a rich nigga. Like, the ones that never dealt with a rich nigga don't understand these problems. So I don't expect y'all to get it, but have fun with your dusties, and I'm gonna have fun with who I have fun with.
I mean, I agree with everything she just said because some guys are delusional. Some of you guys are out here believing that women would rather a guy who's loyal. No, they only claim they want a guy who doesn't cheat if you got no money. If you got money, they don't care. And in fact, the only reason they care about cheating when the guy has money is because they're hoping you are not spending the money on the next woman when you should be spending the money on them. That's why, in her case, she said she found out he was cheating. And do you know what he did? He spent money on her to make her calm down, cool down. Because when a man is cheating, they're not all about, oh my God, he's not committing to me. He's in love. No, they're worrying about the fact that you're not spending money on other women. Because the money you spend on other women, they believe that's the money you should be spending on them. You see what I mean? Like, it's never about, oh my God, I want a guy who doesn't cheat, who's committed. No, they are hoping you don't spend them because they know dating women costs money. So if she thinks about the fact that you're dating other women, that means you're spending money on them the way you spend money on her, when she would rather you spend all that money on her. So it's not about the fact that you're cheating, a man is a cheater or he's not committed. No, they're scared about the fact that you're going to spend the money on another woman, and they don't like that. They want you, the rich guy, to spend all the money on them. So for some of you guys, if a woman is really asking you to be loyal and, oh, I want a loyal guy, I want a guy who doesn't cheat, chances are you don't spend money on her. Because if you spend money on her and if you got money, like big money, chances are she's not even going to care who you talk to. Because she knows anytime she doesn't feel good, you're just going to spend money on her. So if you're out here looking for a woman who's asking for loyalty, this woman says, man, they prefer rich guys who are not loyal over broke guys. Because broke guys have all the loyalty in the world, but you're broke. You don't spend money.